going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. I wanted to do another video in the audiobook recommendation or hard copy book recommendation series, and this is the fourth in that video series. I've gotten pretty good feedback from the very first video all the way till the third, and I'm hoping I'm going to get it on this one as well. So I'm going to give you 5 audiobook recommendations, or you can get them on physical hard copy. I'm going to try and make sure that all of these are free. I think there's like 1 or 2 that you might actually have to pay for, but the rest of them are free, so all the links in the description below, as usual, if you want to check them out. So I'm really pleased on this series that I've started. And what I actually wanted to do as a part of this is do a giveaway. So at the end of this video, I'm going to give away, and I'll give you the instructions for it, I'm going to give away the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. And this is a book that I purchased a long time ago. I actually listened to the audiobook version of it first, and this was one of the first books I included in my videos where I recommend stuff to listen to and whatnot. So I mean, this was like, I think this was in the first video. So the reason why there was that little water sequence at the beginning of this video is, first of all, that's like my morning routine. I tend to walk down to the water and spend a little bit of time there, just taking in the morning, taking in the air, breathing in the experience, and getting ready for the day ahead. I recommend doing this in a lot of my videos, going for walks, spending time with nature, being with the earth, water, the elements, basically, and being with your thoughts, or being with no thought, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to do this giveaway, and I will do it at the end of the video. The reason there is an association between this book and Taoism and water is that Taoists deeply believe that one should be with nature. They deeply, I don't know if you would say, they look towards the formlessness and the fluidity of water. The energy that it brings, and the life, really, that it brings as well. So that's why I'd like to give away this book, and I will send it anywhere in the world. Wait till the end of this video and I'll tell you how you can win it. So let's get right to it, and I'm going to start off with the first recommendation in this video, and that is Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Behrend. This book in particular is about a woman. Her life was sort of falling apart. I believe she lost her husband, and what she was doing was reaching out to Thomas Troward, who's actually an English author, and he had a heavy influence in the New Age movement, or New Thought movement, and also in mystic Christianity. So this book talks a lot about Christianity, the Bible, Jesus, and whatnot, but don't let that hinder you from listening to it. If you're Muslim, Jewish, atheist, whatever your label or title is, don't let that hold you back. Just try to step back from your own mind whenever going through any of these books, and step back from your own judgments. Read them or listen to them and let the information be as it is, unjudged, and hopefully it will expand your mind in certain areas that you would have not even have thought of before, and you can then delve down deeper into specific topics and research things and just grow and evolve. So that's why I do these videos, and that's why I make these recommendations. So that book is the first one on the list here is Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Behrend. Definitely worth a listen or a hard copy purchase. Links in the description below it, all of it. So number 2, we're going to go with Initiative Psychic Energy by Warren Hilton. Now, this book discusses managing one's inner and outer energies. So basically managing your thoughts and how that then turns into your actions. So then managing your actions. Now, managing your energies in terms of your thoughts is has a lot to do with other videos I've talked about in terms of polarization and controlling emotions and whatnot, because an emotion has a vibratory level energy frequency. So if you are going to sort of manage and observe your own thoughts, you're going to be able to control or better control those vibrations, those frequencies, and in turn what you put out into the world, into the ether. You can manage those things much better. So this book discusses that, and that's Initiative Psychic Energy by Warren Hilton. That's number 2. So we're going to go on to number 3. And this is actually a pretty popular book. I'm sure you would have heard of it. And it's called King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. And that is by, I think it's by 2 authors, Moore and Gillette. And what this book is about is the archetypes or personality types for human beings. So basically from birth to youth all the way to adulthood, it describes how a personality archetype builds up in an individual. And you can obviously get that sense from the title because it's called King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. So these are obviously representations of the archetypes. And the book itself is pretty good. I listened to it like almost a year ago, so it's not one that I would pick up and read again, but it's something that I definitely recommend having in your mental library. So at least go through it once, store it in there, you know, all the vital information, because there is some really good information in there that you could utilize and that you could expand off of. So that is number 3 in the list. And we're going to go into number 4. Number 4 is actually something, or a book that was written by Stuart Wilde. So I mentioned Stuart Wilde in the previous video, and that he's done like a whole slew of books. So this is actually just another one that he's done, and it's called The Journey Beyond Enlightenment. So what this discusses is actually very similar to another one I just mentioned, but it discusses managing one's inner and outer energies. It also discusses how that is in relation to your health and how that affects your health. He mentions fasting to better manage yourself, I suppose, and better attune your body and your mind. And I really like the idea of that. So he mentions like a 2 or 3 day fast. I do a lot of talks about fasting, and I have a fasting video on YouTube. If you subscribe to me and you haven't seen it, I'm kind of surprised because like it feels like a lot of people ask me fasting questions. So you know, I was pretty pleased to see him touch on fasting, because I do believe that it does help you tune in to things that you would have not been tuned into if you're just sort of like going about your regular day, eating foods and whatnot. Because when you actually consume something, you're having an effect on your body. If you don't have anything and you're fasted and you're in a fasted state, you're almost like you're like blemishless in a way. You don't have those things, those foods, those chemicals, whatever that is that you're ingesting hasn't quite tainted you yet. You know, it's not to say that you're tainted when you eat something, but if you're completely fresh and fasted and all you're having is water, all you're having is a natural, you know, life-giving water, then it does help attune your mental state, and that's in my opinion. You can give it a shot yourself and let me know if it works for you, but it was discussed in this book by Stuart Wilde, so have a listen if you're interested, and that's number 4 on our list. So we're going to go into number 5. This is the final book, and it is The Mastery of Destiny by James Allen. This one's pretty interesting. It talks about managing oneself in the world and attuning yourself to your own destiny and your own divinity within. So really just attuning yourself to your higher self, recognizing you know, what that may be, and basically just understanding your purpose. So it's just a guide to help you in that direction. So that's number 5 on the list, and I definitely recommend that book as well, of course, as I do recommend all of these books. So they're going to be all up on the screen as I went through them, you know, as I usually do, links in the description below. And basically what I'd like to do now is the giveaway. So this is it here, and I'm going to ship one from Amazon. Actually, I'm not going to send it myself just because it saves me a lot of hassle of having to package stuff and go to the post office. I'm going to ship it to you directly from Amazon. I believe that's going to be anywhere in the world. So comment down below, and this is what you're going to actually have to do. Comment down below and let me know if you have listened to or read any of the books that I've mentioned in this video series. So I think I've mentioned like 20 different books, and I know some people have said they've read some or listened to some and they really like them, but I'd like you to comment down below, let me know which book you listened to or read, and I want to know your opinion on it. So, you know, I read this book and it helped me. I read this book, I shared it with a friend, it helped them. I particularly liked this topic of discussion in this book. You know, just expand. Let me know a little bit more about your experience with the book that you read, or multiple books if you want. So that's the requirement. Comment down below, do that. Also, like this video and share it. That's it. That's all I want. If you're going to do those 3 things, I will go through the list of comments and I will pick someone out at random and get this off to you. So again, this is Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, and it is a book on Taoism. And the reason also why I chose this book in particular, first of all, I wanted to do book giveaways since I started the series. It's just been in the back of my mind. But the reason why I chose this one in particular is because if I was to choose like 3 books to go to an island with and be like completely deserted on the island, this would probably be in that list. So this would be in the list of 3. that tells you how important I think this book is, and how influential I think it can be on the lives of many people. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the list of recommendations, and I hope you check some of them out. Comment down below and share the video, like it if you're going to participate in the giveaway, and I'll see you again next time.